So I'm running code server via PyNgrok. I'm tunneling my port from Kaggle to listen on port 9000 via PyNgrok because normally Kaggle's cloud servers do not allow external APIs to access APIs within the cloud server. So I'm using PyNgrok to create a tunnel that bypasses the firewall that Kaggle puts in place. So right now, you just have to wait for a little while for the interface to load up completely, and we should be getting the current directory that I'm on. So you can see that this is exactly how VS Code for desktop looks like. However, this is on a mobile device, and everything here is running on the web. So I'm just going to cancel this welcome message right here because I don't really need it. So I'm just going to cancel it out right now. So now that it has been cancelled out, you can see that we have been taken to the folders tab, and now we can just enter into a folder. Now I'm going to be opening the working directory for Kaggle because this is the only directory that we can read and write files to. So I'm just going to be searching that up, and you can see it right here in the list. And we're going to enter into the working directory because this is the only directory we can actually write files to. And when I was setting up the environment for this web server, I created a prophecy folder because I'm working on a particular flood prediction system, which I will give the details to later on. So I'm just going to click the OK button just to enter into this folder. And normally my window is supposed to reload, so just a little network hiccup. We're in Nigeria. So yeah, the window is reloading right now. It's going to show me my terminal with my cursor in the working directory, and if you can see from the search bar, we can see that we are in the working directory. Now we can run commands specifically in this working directory and create files there because this is the only place where we can create and write files to from our terminal. And just going to enlarge the terminal tab a little bit more. Don't know why it's not responding, but sometimes due to network issues, the terminal and the interface do not respond immediately. It is tapped, so you just have to be specifically tapping it with more pressure so that the network issue would not cause it to lag. So right now we can run any command that we have in mind, and I just don't like the interface at this point. I don't like the fact that the activity bar is on the left hand side of the page or the interface. I want it to be on the right hand side because I'm right handed. So I'm just gonna go here and change the position of the activity bar to the right. So I'm just going to change it right now. And our activity bar has been moved to the right, and just going to cancel that out. And I'm going to cancel out this welcome tab, and we can see our interface is smooth and plain as it should be. And also I have removed and minimized my keyboard from being in a static position. I've placed it in the moving, what did they call it, float. So I just floated my keyboard so that I can easily move it across the interface. You're going to see why we do this in a bit. So right now I just want to run and install an example package just so that you can see that this terminal is actually running and there is an underlying CPU behind everything. So because we are on a Linux terminal, and this Linux terminal is running as a background process, we do not have the ability or the administrative rights to run commands, especially the installation commands or updating files and package command. Hence, we need to specify or tell the terminal that we are about to run an administrative command by using the sudo keyword. The sudo keyword means super user do. This lets the terminal access the administrative rights that would enable it to install packages from the web. So next we are going to run the app-get keyword so that we can be able to access the advanced package tool. The advanced package tool, which also known as app-get, is the App Store Manager for Ubuntu Linux. It knows where to find and download and also install legit software for Linux. So next we are going to impute the update keyword. So this is just going to update the list of applications or versions of the particular tool that we want to install so that we install the updated ones and not install any outdated ones that might not work properly. So we are going to put the ampersand symbol, and we're going to do this twice because we want a logical and operator functions. So next we are going to impute the sudo keyword again, just to grant the command on the right the administrative privileges like we discussed initially. So the reason for this ampersand key symbols is to ensure that the command on the right is not run if the command on the left is run with an error. So if the command on the left runs with an error, we do not want the command on the right to run. So we want to make sure that we update the list first before installing them. So we are just going to run the advanced package manager for Ubuntu again, app-get. Because the keyboard is a little bit small, typing is quite slow, but you can get used to it and it doesn't become a problem. So we are imputing the install keyword and telling app-get to install, and also we are putting the Y flag to answer yes to whatever questions the interface might want to ask, because installing these files would usually mean that you have to answer yes to the continue prompt, because it's going to ask you to continue installing these files, and we don't have the privilege of imputing a yes manually. Hence we're just going to impute the -y flag so that we can answer yes to this prompts without doing it manually. So this is the name of the example file or example package that I'm going to install in this case. This package is a package that is used to unzip zip files in your code or your project. So let's say, for example, your code downloads a specific zip file from the web or the internet. This unzip package helps you unzip it. So we are going to just tap the enter button, and this is going to run our command. So as we can see right here, the command is running successfully. So the command did not run successfully. The first part of the command, which is the sudo apt -get, ran successfully, but it seems as though I made a little typo in the second half of the command after the ampersand keyword. So I'm just going to re-input the commands again, and in order to save space, I'm just going to create a new terminal. So we are in the cargo working terminal, sorry, directory again, and now we are going to rerun the command that I imputed initially. So the sudo keyword for administrative rights, apt advanced package manager get. So making a get request to advanced package manager, and we're telling it to update the list of package files so that we install only the updated packages. Now we input the ampersand keyword. This is to specify that I want to run the left command only if and only if the I want to run the right command if and only if the left command runs successfully. So I'm just going to impute the right command, super user do advanced package manager dash get advanced package tool dash get install dash y to say yes to whatever prompts we get while installing, and then the name of the tool or the package we want to install. So it should run well and successfully this time. And as we can see from the output, we can see that we have already installed the newest version of unzip, and now the two commands has been run successfully, and we have been able to communicate with the web server and the package manager tool. And this is just the proof that you can actually run code and commands with your phone, and this is not just by going to VS Code Web and trying to run on your terminal, because the terminal feature doesn't work for VS Code Web. You have to connect the VS Code IDE to a cargo CPU or GPU, and you even have the privilege of connecting to a TPU as well. Now we're just going to create another terminal like so, and we are going to run a few installations as well. And this time we are going to be using pip because pip already has administrative privileges. We're going to be installing a few libraries. Like I said, it's a little bit slow to type with this keyboard because it's a little bit smaller than normal. SciPy, NumPy, and Matplotlib. So now that we have all the tools listed and the command is well placed, we can simply run the command by typing or hitting the enter button. sorry, I also made another typo. um the raster IO is spelled RASTERIO and not rata IO. So we're just going to type in the command again. This is a normal thing in development. Sometimes you get the keyword wrong and your code brings out an error. My keyboard already has some of the tool names in its recommendations. So
We can see here that the code has run successfully and has been given the correct output that we are expecting. The libraries has been installed successfully, and if you want to see me clone my repo on GitHub using this terminal, then you can watch the preceding videos or the videos that I'll be uploading as time goes by. So if if you're interested in coding with your mobile device, then you would find my videos to be of great use. So thank you so much for watching the video to the end, and I would see you in another video where I'll be cloning my GitHub repo using this terminal.